What it be, Nation family? I'm your host, RAIDRES. If you've been to this channel before, thanks for pulling back up. If you're new to this channel, well, all I ask is one simple favor. Watch this video to the end, and if you're vibing with this content, think about sacking that thumbs up and give me a Mad Max kick on that subscribe bell. And if you're vibing with this content, go ahead and tickle them noties. Yeah, I said tickle them noties. It lets me know that you're vibing with this content and you would like to be notified when new content is dropped. So with that being said, let's get unleashed. What it do, Nation? So, everything popping around the Super Bowl in Las Vegas and the Las Vegas Raiders, of course, are the talk of the town. It's our town. That's our stadium. We should be the talk of the town, right? So, most of the news going around the Super Bowl is the Raiders are going to trade up to go get their guy, Jayden Daniels. We all know the smoke. We all know the fire, the connection, the past, how everything vibes with Jayden Daniels, AP, Marvin Lewis. We all know he thanked him at his Heisman Trophy award ceremony. We all know he played at Arizona State. We all know all that. I ain't trying to waste your time. So I got some trade scenarios to get us up to where we need to be to get our guy, Mr. Daniels. So I did a little mock draft. Mock draft number one. Of course, the Washington Commanders, they want Caleb Williams. I think they're going to throw whatever it takes, which it shouldn't be a lot. You're only moving up one spot. The Bears could still get their guy if they're going to roll with Justin Fields, which pretty much all scenarios point that they're probably going to roll with Justin Fields. I mean, why wouldn't you? The guy's a dog, in my opinion. Anyway, so Commanders move up to number one. They go get their guy, Caleb Williams. There's no secret about that. Caleb Williams, Cliff Queensberry, got that little bond, the little connection. Caleb's daddy likes him. They're all buddy-buddy. So that's more than likely they're getting Caleb Williams. Either way, you slice it, that's the way it's going to be. So the Bears, they're going to stay at number two, and they're going to keep Justin Fields for now, and they're going to roll with Joe Alt. Yes, I said Joe Alt. I'm not going to break down everybody's position. He's a tackle. You should know that. I mean, if you're following the draft and if you're watching this video, you probably want to know what's going on and you're probably pretty well informed already. So, Joe Alt, offensive tackle, Bears are going to rock with him. Then we get to the number 3 spot. There's a lot of talk about the 3 spot. So far, everybody was saying there's no way the Patriots are going to trade that spot. But now there's a lot of smoke saying maybe the Patriots might want to move back a little bit and go after a free agent. Maybe Justin Fields, if they could trade for Justin Fields, or go get a free agent like Baker Mayfield. I don't know. So, with that being said, I think the Patriots stay where they're at in this mock draft, and they go with Drake May, North Carolina quarterback. Arizona Cardinals, man, the Cardinals, they need a corner, they need a wide receiver, they need a tackle, they need interior O-line, and they also need a tight end. When you got the best receiver on the board, you can't pass him up. They pick Marvin Harrison. It's a lock. I mean, in my opinion, he's the best receiver on the board. Well, I don't know. We'll talk about that in another video. I think there's 2 more that may be sliding up there. We'll get to that later. Then we have the Chargers, the Los Angeles Chargers. They have a lot of needs: corner, running back, offensive tackle, defensive end. They have a quarterback. So my mock draft says they go with Teron Arnold. For Alabama. Then we move down the New York Giants. Could we trade up with the Giants? We probably could, but the way the draft is going, the Giants, I mean, they need a tackle. They could use defensive end. They could use a running back. You don't know what's going on with that situation. They could use a quarterback if they don't decide to stay with Daniels, but I don't know. So the Giants, I'm going to say, you can't pass on another bomb-ass receiver. They go with Rome Odunze. We got the Tennessee Titans. They go with, I'm not even going to try to say the dude's name, but he's the offensive tackle. Fashanu. If I say your name wrong and you watch this video, please don't come kill me because you're huge. Anyway, that brings us to the next pick, which would be the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons, maybe a quarterback, a wide receiver. They could use an edge rusher. They could use a corner. They could use a tackle. But in my draft, I figured, man, since we had this 8th spot and ain't nobody took Jayden Daniels yet, we might as well see what we could do. So I offered them I offered the Falcons our first round 13, our 77th, a 7th round pick. Of course, that wasn't enough. They said no. So I threw in a second next year. They still was not having it. Man, I really need Jayden Daniels. So I say, what the hell? And I threw in a 6th round next year, and they bit. So we move up to number 8. We get Jayden Daniels. Woo! Raider Nation yelling, screaming. Everybody's partying. Everybody's excited. AP gets their guy. The nation is stunned. But we gave up our 13th. We gave up our 77th pick. We gave up a 72, whatever, the middle pick of our 7th round. I don't know what it is right now, 268 or something, I believe. Then we threw next year a 2nd round and a 6th round. So we give up a lot of draft capital, but we get Jayden Daniels. Chicago Bears, they need all kinds of stuff. They're rolling with Justin Fields. They went and got a tackle. So in this draft, they get Brock Bowers, tight end for Georgia. The Jets, they need a tackle. They go get Talesi, whatever, I don't know. Fagua, please don't come kill me. You a big man too. Oh my goodness. So the Jets pick a tackle. Minnesota Vikings go with defensive. They go with Dallas Turner. The Broncos go with Cooper DeJean, corner. The Falcons, they take our pick. They go with a quarterback and go with Bo Nix. The Saints go with Malik Neighbors. And the Indianapolis Colts go with my steal in the draft. Man, the more tape I watch on Jayden Daniels, the more this kid just pops out. Brian Thomas Jr. This man is a dog. If he don't go in the top 10 or 15, something is wrong with these scouts. Because, man, the more I watch the kid's hands, his speed, his awareness, his recovery to find the ball when he doesn't even know it's coming is just absolutely amazing. So anyways, we have a video on that coming up soon. Make sure you like, subscribe, and tickle them noties. Yeah, tickle them noties. Lets me know you like this content and you want to be notified when new content is dropped. So that's my first mock draft. We get Jayden Daniels at number 8. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this mock draft. If you would throw our 13th, our 77th, our middle 268 7th round pick, a 2nd, and a 6th next year. Would you do this draft for Jayden Daniels at the 8th spot? Let me know in the comments below. So that was my draft. But then I was like, man, with the New England Patriots, all the talk about maybe just staying where they're at, or maybe moving back and going and getting a quarterback in free agency, which, man, with a brand new coach, I don't know if you're willing to do that when you got the number 3 spot. You probably don't want to give that spot away, because no matter what you decide to go with, tackle, receiver, defensive tackle, it don't matter. You're going to get one of the top dogs at number 3. So I just don't see them giving that spot away. But what I do see, man, why you gonna call me? Sorry, my phone was going off. I was just making sure it's not something I need to tell y'all. I'm just kidding. I'm not that important, but it sounded good. It sounds good when Hondo Carpenter does it. Shout out to Hondo. Anyway, so I was like, man, I got to come up with something else. I got to do something. So I went, tried to do another mock draft. And in this mock draft, I'm not going to tell you everybody and where everybody went, but I am going to tell you, what if the Los Angeles Chargers, what are they at? The 6th spot, 5 spot? Man, come on, you stupid computer. 5th spot. So the Chargers at 5. No 5 could definitely land us Jayden Daniels. The teams above us, they don't all need quarterbacks. There's amazing receivers. There's stud offensive tackles. There's stud corners. There's all kinds of situations. The combine hasn't even started yet. Nobody knows whose stock is going to move up, whose stock is going to move down. So, is there a possibility with Harbaugh going to the Los Angeles Chargers that maybe he thinks Herbert is not the guy? Because from what I've seen in Michigan, his quarterbacks were all game managers. They didn't throw 80 yards down the field. They didn't pass for 300-400 yards a game. They didn't have 35 attempts, 40 attempts. They had more like 15 or 20 attempts and ran the ball down people's throat. That is not Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert is a flashy star. He wants to throw the ball down the field. He's got the arm to throw downfield. He's got the talent. He's got the accuracy. I don't see him being a game manager. So with that being said, is there any possibility, let me know in the comments below, if you think the Las Vegas Raiders could possibly make a deal with the Los Angeles Chargers, move up to number 5. I don't know what it would take, but being the Chargers with Tom Telesco, I mean, come on, y'all. Tom Telesco is our GM. He's got ties with the Chargers. They might not be on good terms, but he was there for a long time. Could there possibly be a scenario where we could give him our 13th spot? The only reason I'm saying this is because J.J. McCarthy is predicted to fall in the draft. Like I said, the combine hasn't happened yet. Nobody knows what's going on, but a lot of people, a lot of content creators, all the specialists on ESPN and everywhere else all say J.J. McCarthy could fall. So if he falls down in the draft, because there's a lot of teams that need a lot of other needs, if he falls down in the draft to maybe 13 and the Chargers have a chance and think they can go get their guy at 13, do you think maybe they'll trade with us? I mean, take our 13th spot, we move up to number 5, we throw in maybe a 2nd round next year, we throw in the same scenario, our 77th pick, maybe a 7th round or 2 7th rounds, and maybe a 2nd and a 3rd next year? Let me know in the comments if you think, what you think it would take for the Chargers to move back to 13 to go get their guy JJ McCarthy, who is way more of a game manager type quarterback than Justin Herbert. So with that being said, thank y'all for watching. If you made it this far in the video, you're a diehard Raiders fan like myself. Please like, oh my God. Please give me a sack on that thumbs. Damn. Please sack that thumbs up. Give me a Mad Max kick on that subscribe button. And if you're vibing with this content, you know what it do. Tickle them noties. We out. Much love. Ray!